Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to see types of attributes. Okay. In the previous video, I have already given the short description of the attribute. Let's see again what is an attribute, right? So basically, the definition of an attribute is what? An entity can be described with the help of some properties, and these properties are said to be as attributes. Properties means what over here? You see, here one table is taken, that is nothing but student, okay? And here student is having roll number, name, class and address. So roll number is nothing but the attribute, name is the attribute, class is the attributes and address is the attribute. So here we say entity, E1 and E2, two entities are present in the relation student over here, right? So here I can say entity 1 can be described with the properties roll number, name, class and address. Like E1 is 101, roll number, Prakash as name, FY as class and Pune as address. So basically what is an attribute? An attribute which is used to describe an entity, right, is said to be as attribute. Example here is nothing but roll number, name, class and address. So now let's see what are the types of attributes. Okay, very first attribute is nothing but simple attribute. Why it is said to be a simple attribute? The another name here is nothing but atomic attribute. Now what is simple attribute? The attribute which cannot be splitted into meaningful subparts. Once we take an attribute, here example is nothing but roll number. I have taken an example of simple attribute as roll number. So here obviously roll number is an attribute which cannot be splitted into meaningful subparts. We cannot divide this particular attribute further. That's why here we say this type of attribute is nothing but atomic attribute. Is called as atomic attribute. Okay. Next is nothing but composite attribute. So here you can see the definition of composite attribute. The attribute can be divided into meaningful subparts. Okay. What is composite attribute? The attribute that can be divided into meaningful subpart is said to be as composite attribute. So here let's take an example here. I have taken employee type. Okay. It is having the attributes like employee number, employee name and salary, right? So here you can see employee name. This attribute of employee type is splitted into meaningful subparts. What is meaningful subpart over here? You can see employee name have first name, employee name have middle name, employee name have last name. That's why here we say this employee name is the composite attribute which is further divided into meaningful subparts first name, middle name and last name. Okay. Next type is what? Single valued attribute. Okay. Now what is single valued attribute? That means what? Here in a column, it is going to have one value for a specific entity. Okay. Let us understand with the example of this relation student. Okay. So here you see the attribute roll number, name, class and address. And this is what the entity E1 and entity E2. You can see here 101. This is the single value for the attribute roll number. Similarly, you can see Prakash. One and only one name is taken for this attribute name. Similarly, here FY is the single valued attribute over here and Pune in the attribute address. Here you can see 101, Prakash, FY and Pune. All the values present in E1 is having single value. That's why here we say the attribute which is having single value for a specific entity in their column is single valued attribute. Now let's see what is multi-valued attribute. What is the definition of it? The attribute which contains more than one value for a specific entity in their column is multi-valued attribute. Okay. So here you can see more than one value for a specific entity in their column is multi-valued attribute. An example here I have taken is person's phone number. Okay. Person has many phone numbers. So that's why here we can say the attribute phone number is a multi-valued attribute and it is represented in the double ellipse. Okay. Next is nothing but stored attribute. What is stored attribute? The attribute which cannot be derived from other attribute is called as stored attribute. An example here is birth date. Okay, that means what? This particular stored attribute is used to calculate some other attribute. That's why here this is said to be as stored attribute which is not derived from other attribute. Now let's understand what is derived attribute. Okay, derived attribute. The value of this attribute can be derived from values of other stored attribute. An example here is what? Age. Age as an attribute and it is represented as dotted ellipse. Okay, dotted ellipse represent that it is an derived attribute. Derived attribute means what? The value of this particular attribute is derived from values of other stored attribute. Just here I have said what? Birth date is a stored attribute and age is what? The derived attribute. As with the help of birth date we can calculate the age of a person. That's why here we say age is a derived attribute and it is represented as dotted ellipse in ER diagram. Next attribute is what? Null attribute. Null. With the word null, it tells us what? Something is null in this. Something means what? The value. Value will be null in this particular attribute, right? The attribute without any value is called as null attribute. Okay. And here the assumptions done for this null attribute are: first, not applicable, and second is value is missing. Okay, not applicable. Some of the time we can say an employee. Okay, employee do not have dependent. Do not have dependent. Right, dependence. So what value will go for that particular employee? Right, that's why here we say whenever it is said that employee do not have dependent, that means what? It is the field, the value for that particular employee is not applicable, right? That's why we say in that particular attribute the value will be null, right? Next is what? Value is missing. Some of the time it may happen that we miss to enter value for an attribute. If there is no value for that particular attribute, then it is said what? It is a null attribute, right? And the other example I can take here, the phone number, right? Phone number. Phone number of any employee can be null, as the employee may not have any connection, telephone connection. That's why we can say the value for this particular phone number can be null. That's why here we say null attribute is what? The attribute without any value is called as null attribute. So here these were the 7 types of attributes. I hope you all have understood this. If not, please do comment in the comment box.